Hello and welcome. Today I'll be talking about Baccano Volume 10, 1934, Peter Pan in Chains, finale, and this is the third and last volume of the 1934 arc. And this picks up right after the ending of Volume 9, and now Jacuzzi and his gang have arrived to Ellison Hills, and currently it's getting bombed by rail because of the previous events of Volume 9. And now we go to a bar called Dolce, which is having their 30th anniversary. And we meet this old couple, and they were actually in the anime where the elderly woman said something that the Flying Pussyfoot was going to have a terrible event, and she was right. And now something bad will happen in the bar, and they, again, still would open it either way because it's their 30th anniversary. But Sickle and the poet go into the restaurant and they order food, and then the poet and Graham meet, and Graham also gets food, and then Christopher and Ricardo are there, and eventually Graham and Christopher spot each other, and they attempt to they fight, and then the fighting ultimately stops when the old couple saw all this destruction that Graham and Christopher have caused, and Graham wanted to fix the place back up, and then Jacuzzi's gang eventually find Graham. And in this novel, we also go to Alcatraz, where it picks right back up from the ending of Volume 8, where Firo stole Huey's eye, and then we get this scene with the sham vessels that were there, or the Felix Walkens, and then, now Lisa wants to get revenge on Firo because he took Huey's eye, and Lad tries to kill Lisa, but Firo stops that. And I like that scene where Lisa was questioning Firo on why he saved her, and after the events of the Dolce fight, Graham and Jacuzzi's gang plus some of the members of Lamia decide to raid the Nebula headquarters, where the captured Sham and Hilton vessels, and some of the captured members of Lamia were being kept. And after they saved the Sham and Hilton vessels plus the members of Lamia that got captured, we later find out that Huey escaped Alcatraz, and then we see this scene with Renee and Huey in which Huey takes Renee's eye. And then now we go to the ending where Firo is released from Alcatraz, and then he gets his eye back when we see Annie, who is a Hilton vessel, and then Firo meets up with Misa, Ches, and Ennis. And then I feel like this novel sets up 1935 well, in my opinion. Onto my favorite moments, which were the interactions between Sham and Isaac, and also that moment where Isaac appeared when Rail, Miria, and Jacuzzi were falling off. I think a train. Like that illustration. And then I also liked the scenes with Ricardo and Christopher. Then I liked that scene with the poet and Graham, because like I found it really funny when like the poet's reaction to Graham, and yeah, I also liked Cal Muybridge, who is the founder of Nebula, I think, and his interactions with Bartolo Runarada and the whole scene of the whole event of the Nebula headquarters playing out. And yeah, I also liked the fact when Lad tried to like kill Cal Muybridge, like he got bored mainly because like I think Cal might have not been the specific person that Lad would want to kill. And yeah, I liked how the Dolce fight ended when like both Graham and Christopher had to clean up after themselves. And I liked the linking chapter, which was like the introduction to the novel. We meet Salome Carpenter, who is the head of Rhythm, one of Huey Laforet's organizations, other than the Lemures, Lamia, and all of that. Yeah, he talks about Rail, and he also talks about Cheslaw and Ferme, and then, yeah, what I also find interesting about this is he also talks about Elmer and how he would be a perfect test subject, but Huey refused to experiment on Elmer, which, yeah, I mean, Huey and Elmer's relationship quite fascinating, mainly because they're kind of like the opposites of each other. Now, the characters that I liked were, well, obviously Isaac and Miria, Huey, Jacuzzi and his gang, then Graham, Ricardo, and Christopher, and then Saint Germain Gustav, and Rail, Lad, Renee, and Cal Muybridge. And then, yeah, overall, I liked the 1934 arc and its themes of Peter Pan and then Alice in Wonderland, plus the puzzles in Volume 10. And then, yeah, this is some of my thoughts on Volume 10 of Baccano. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.